Dear Jill, my name is Lizzie. I feel guilty for spending time with my mother-in-law rather than my mum. In the past few months, I have found myself making more time to see my mother-in-law as we arrange plans to go out, and we do have a lot of fun together. However, I'm starting to feel bad for not doing these things with my mum. My mum would probably say no to plans we make, but I know she would like to see me more. Should I feel guilty for having more fun with someone else's mum?
Oh, no, you shouldn't. You shouldn't feel guilty. The thing is, right? We're really hard on ourselves, aren't we? I'm the champion of being able to beat myself up over anything. So, yeah, I can relate to feeling guilty. Um, None of us choose our parents, do we? We don't choose them. And our parents, I would say, in the main, this can't be the truth for everyone, but in the main, most people do the best they can, right? Most, not all. And who they are and their personalities, it's a it's a roulette game, isn't it? We don't know. We have no idea. So you obviously have a good dynamic with your mother-in-law, and you obviously get on with her. And you know what you don't have, which is probably one of the reasons why you do get on with her so well? You don't have shared history. Okay, so you can sit opposite your mom and you can love your mom, and I can do this and we can be having a lovely time, and she can say something that will just niggle me or take me back to when I was 12, or like, yeah, she said that before. Oh God, it gets right on my nerves when she says that to me. You don't have that with your mother-in-law. With your mother-in-law, it's just it's a relationships that is, even if you've been with your partner for 10 years or something, it's not a childhood history. You didn't grow up together. So all of that history, all of that dynamic, all of that, why did you should have, why didn't you, all of those, they're not in the room. You're just two people, you're just having a nice time. So no is the quick answer. You should definitely not feel guilty. But probably what will make you feel better is, yeah, ask your mum out for a couple of the nice things that you've been doing with your mother-in-law. And if she says no, which you said she probably will, then you can say to yourself, I've asked. I've done the thing that has made me feel better. She obviously doesn't want to do it, so I'm good with that. But it is I have heard of this quite a lot, of people actually really bonding with their in-laws and really feeling like very connected to them. And I really believe that obviously we're just all different and we're personalities and it's just about who you get on with. But I really believe it's a lot to do with there not being a shared history just hanging over you. Um, I know you're not married, but do you get on with your
Yeah,
boyfriends? Yeah?
yeah. And I probably have different conversations
Yes.
to her than I would my mum
Yes.
because we can.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I can talk about my mum
Mm-hmm.
to them
Mm-hmm.
and she'll judge it on an outwards perspective. But also, I can go to my mum and go, "You won't believe what they've done today. Done
Exactly.
me head in."
Exactly. There's room for both, isn't it? They're just different. And I think that your in-laws are always going to meet you at a point where you're an adult and you've decided a bit more who you are. Your parents will usually not let you forget
Yes.
how you were or what you're like. Oh, well, that's what you're like. Or, well, you've never liked that. You know, they can tend to drag you back somewhere that sometimes you don't want to go, even if it's just a tiny little comment. They can sometimes say things that make you feel seven again. And I think that's all that is. So I think that, I think it's, you often hear the other way, don't you, that people are having trouble with their in-laws. So it's really lovely to hear
Yeah.
someone saying, actually, I have a really good time. So I think that's really healthy. I think it's great for your relationship. You can always make your relationship with your mum, it doesn't have to be the same. It doesn't have to be equal. Well, I did that with, Mary, so I have to do that with my mum. You don't have to, it's not school.